Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, this is Jesse with the Common Nerd, bringing you pop culture and all things right through a common sense lens. And well, it has been confirmed. What we knew about the Fantastic Four all the way back in 2023, ladies and gentlemen, where we reported on, we told you on the rumor based on a very, very reliable source that has an incredibly accurate track record out there. Right? We told you that the Fantastic Four was going to be nothing more than more of the MCU nonsense. It was going to be a Sue-centric story. It was going to be all about her. She was going to be the bestest ever. She was going to be better than everybody else. The men were going to get talked back down to. Reid Richards was going to be made to look like an idiot. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We now have official confirmation that Fantastic Four will be an absolute MCU poo storm, and you know what that means? Another disastrous dumpster fire at the box office for the Walt Disney Company, and I cannot wait to see it because Marvel, you have danced with the devil, and you are going to get burned once again. So as you can see over here from the headline from CosmicBook.News, Fantastic Four, Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm is the girl boss leader. Oh, yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. And although we do love our Matt McGloin, we've got that Park Place over here. It's got a little bit better of description of the Collider article over here as well, but we will be using both of those. And of course, as proof positive to any of the doubters out there from Bounding into Comics, September 29th, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, back when I did a video over this on my old YouTube channel, Storm-centric Reid Richards, so poorly depicted that some actors even passed on playing the role. And that was from the wonderful WDW Pro, who of course is the founder, one of the founders of that Park Place. So we're going to check out all of these articles to give you all the juicy details of exactly what the director has been saying about this character, confirming the rumor that we had suspected and known for over 2 years at this point. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, boys and girls, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, ladies and gentlemen, because we just crossed 2K. We are on our way to 2,100, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Are you one of those people that was here before the ban? Are you one of those ones that heard about this rumor several years ago and knew that this was going to be the absolute exact same kind of thing? Did you watch the trailer like I did and realize for yourself that this is absolutely the case and that all of the rumors were confirmed 100% on this? Does it surprise you at all that MCU is still in full blow when it comes to the Fantastic Four? Do you think the movie will still end up being good despite all of this? Or do you think it'll just be another disastrous dumpster fire like we've seen from all of the rest of the MCU projects over the last few years? Let us know what you think about that in the comment section down below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out the links in the description down below and think about becoming a member and get your name at the end credits of every single one of these videos. All right, from CosmicBook.News and our dear sweet Matt McGloin. We got confirmation, let's be honest, what we knew all along, that Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm is the leader in the Fantastic Four movie. It's quickly becoming clear that the film is following in Kevin Feige's post-Endgame disaster, where the MCU has become the MCU, and even the Echo actress confirmed that the MCU was real. That's right, it's not all of it just stupid incel chuds online. No, no, no. Even the actress from Echo, you know, the show that Disney dropped all at once and on Hulu and Disney Plus to split the cost because they knew it was going to be a disastrous dumpster fire. Even she knows that the MCU is absolutely a real and legitimate thing. It's beautiful. And of course, the film also features the female Silver Surfer. And rumors offers it doesn't end well. Once again, that was another rumor that we talked about years ago on our old channel. Go check out our stuff over on Rumble for confirmation that those videos did indeed absolutely happen. So it's one of them situations where we have absolutely seen this kind of thing happen. We knew all of this was coming, and every single one of our worst fears have been confirmed. Female Silver Surfer with the exact same story. More girl boss nonsense. Reid Richards, the smartest man in the world, getting talked down to and treated like second fiddle and like an absolute idiot by his own brother-in-law. Like, this is all the stuff that we had suspected. This is all the stuff that we had heard from the rumors. And those of us were holding out hope that things might have changed in time to fix the Fantastic Four. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's going to be more of the exact same MCU poo storm that we've been getting for the last few years. I'm trying not to cuss in my videos anymore. Bible study Sundays at 2 p.m. Fantastic Four looks like it's to be all about Sue Storm, with Pedro Pascal's Mr. Less Than Fantastic as a big simp. Yeah, we'll probably do a whole nother video over what our dear sweet beta soy Pedro said. Joseph Quinn's Human Torch has been emasculated and has absolutely zero personality. Ebon Muss's Backric's Thing has also been neutered, which is evidenced by his cooking routine and high-pitched voice. Sue's voice is deeper. Surprise there. So we get official word that Sue Storm is the leader of the Fantastic Four via a producer on the film, Grant Curtis, who confirms the Collider. Now, this is where I want to jump over to that Park Place because they break down a little more extensively what was actually said in the Collider article. In a new interview with Collider, Curtis addressed Marvel's approach to the character this time around, suggesting a dramatic shift from previous iterations. If you do go back to the comics, you realize that Sue Storm is arguably the leader of the Fantastic Four. No, she's not. Reid is the leader of the Fantastic Four and always has been. Sue is his very strong partner that supports him and helps him with things when he needs it. This is so stupid. Once again, showing these people don't have any actual love or knowledge or even respect for the original source material because, hey, guess what? Whammon power, boys and girls. Black girl magic, anyone? That'll be coming up in Ironheart, don't you worry. Because without Sue Storm, everything falls apart, Curtis said. He further added that while the film's aesthetic may nod to past versions, the story and characters' focus are intended to reflect modern sensibilities. Joy! Yay! Don't you love it when they put their modern sensibilities? Don't you love it when they shove their modern sensibilities right inside of things, boys and girls? Yeah, that's gonna go over well. We had done with the desire to date aesthetically, but in terms of character and treatment, who should be front and center? It's like, hey, let's all tell the best story possible! As long as their agenda is front and center and it's all about Sue. Curtis did not directly bash earlier Fantastic Four films, such as the 2005 and 2007 entries that starred Jessica Alba. Chef's kiss. What a wonderful Sue Storm. And honestly, that line between her and Reid, where Reid gets to like literally bash that general verbally and just puts him down in the ground, and she's just like, I am so hot. That was so hot. Like, she's just like, that's like every nerd's like, yeah. The hot chick was like, yeah. And you got to put the freaking football player in his place, and you're like, yeah. That was such a good line. I guarantee you there will be nothing even close to matching that majesty in this absolute abomination. So yes, this is where we're going for all of that. So Collider, so he wasn't going to bash on those, but Collider was clicked to do it for him. The outlet framed those past portrayals as products of a more male-gazing era of filmmaking. Oh, I know, the horror. People like looking at beautiful things and beautiful people. Men and women both, boys and girls, because guess what? Who showed up to go see the Marvels more? Men or women? That's right, men. This modern female audience that they're always claiming is out there that they're chasing does not exist. If these movies were made for women and women loved them and wanted them so much, why didn't more women go see the Marvels than men? Makes me wonder. The outlet criticized the original versions of Sue Storm for lacking depth and positioned the new film as the corrective step forward towards stronger female representation, as though that's something the modern MCU lacks. Right? God knows we don't have enough female girl bosses. Now do we? And of course, Vanessa Kirby's, echoed similar sentence in this past, talking about portrayal. It's the reality of being president, yada, yada, yada. We've been over the fact that she's basically in charge of the UN, that if Reid Richards is the smartest man in the world, well, then, of course, she's the emotionally smartest person in the world. Yada, 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 yada. Nonsense, garbage, just more trash, and everything else that we have seen a million times before, boys and girls. So here we go, Carrie, back on. Once again, I'll remind you, we knew about this in 2023, boys and girls. MCU strikes again. Reid Richards gets downgraded to a sidekick. We can guess that, similar to all of Feige's cronies. Don't read the comics, they told their creators. Curtis also doesn't have a clue in the world about comics. Reid Richards is the leader of the Fantastic Four. Reid is the one responsible for defeating Galactus and forcing Galactus to flee Earth. However, since this is Feige's MCU, you can't have powerful male characters. They can't look good. Doubt me? Just ask Benedict Cumberbatch why Doctor Strange was cut from WandaVision and why they had to rewrite Doctor Strange 2. That's right, because they didn't want a man coming in and explaining things to a woman. None of that mansplaining in the MCU, after all. No, instead they took one of my most beloved characters, Wanda Maximoff, and they literally turned her into an insane villain with PTSD that enslaved an entire town, all for Marvel to tell the entire audience that we should sympathize with her, and all of these enslaved people will never know what she gave up in order to free the people that she enslaved. Yes, boys and girls, you wonder why I got issues with the MCU. Watch She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion, etc. How did it work out? Disastrous box office dumpster fires. Disastrous dumpster fire ratings that continue to decline with every single show that they put out there over and over and over again. Same thing happens with Disney Star Wars. Same thing is going to continue to happen with Marvel as well. This is the kind of problems they have. This stuff fails miserably every single time. There is no modern audience that exists to support these shows and make them profitable. Every single time they have gone down this path, it has turned into a disastrous dumpster fire, and it will be the exact same thing with the Fantastic Four. I guarantee it, boys and girls. At this point, it'll be a miracle if this thing cracks 500 million globally. It wouldn't surprise me with all the Marvel burnout that exists. It might not crack 400 million. Can you imagine that? Marvel's first family turns into a massive, disastrous dumpster fire and actually loses money for Disney Marvel at the box office. That would be hilarious, boys and girls. Sue Storm, leader of the entire world. While recently speaking with Empire, TV director Matt Sheckham said more of the same, and added Vanessa Kirby's Sue Storm is even the leader of the world. She's the inspiring, idealistic leader of what the Fantastic Four represents. She's essentially the Secretary General of the UN. Yay! Girl boss, all with nines. I mean, it doesn't get much more girl boss than being literal king of the planet. Now does it, ladies and gentlemen? In Fantastic Four's alternative Earth, it's a utopia. Well, thanks to Sue Storm. Bad guy Galactus ruins that all. Who saves the day? Well, I think we all are going to know who saves the day, boys and girls. And considering all of the massive amounts of reshoots they've been doing allegedly to the end of this movie, well, we know they're doing reshoots. That's been confirmed by the leaked set photos out there. But as far as what they're changing, allegedly they're changing the entire ending because it didn't go over very well with the fans out there. So we'll see what happens on July 25th. But like I said, this is something we knew about years ago. I mean, WDW Pro flat out told us this when he was speaking with Force of Light Entertainment's Michelle Smith. It says this came from a very high-level source, one of the highest-level sources. The Fantastic Four movie was Sue Storm-centric. Reid Richards was only referred to as Mr. Fantastic, ironically, even negatively in the film. 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, we knew this was coming. Another rumor confirmed that color us shocked there. Kevin Feige's Marvel under Bob Iger's Disney Corporation out there is giving us more of the same MCU nonsense going forward. Reid Richards is going to be talked down to and treated as second fiddle on his own team, whereas Sue and most likely Silver Surfer, if the latest rumors can be believed true, will team up at the end to defeat Galactus in a big, shining moment of girl boss energy like we haven't seen since the Marvels. And how well did that work out for them, boys and girls? Fantastic Four, Sue-centric story, girl boss to the nines, total MCU rumor from over 2 years ago. once again confirmed. Ladies and gentlemen, it's more MCU going forward. Fantastic Four is going to be the latest disastrous dumpster fire, and I cannot wait to watch it flop at the box office. After all, fans decide, and Kevin Feige, you dance with the devil. You're going to get burned, and it's exactly what you deserve.